Hopefully, at least. So yeah, I can probably grab one of those swords, just in case. When I go up here, though. A little bit better than the little stick. So as I go collect this, up a little bit better. Because yeah, because this, I feel like this level is very different if you got the mace in mind, because you're thinking about, okay, well you can just, oh, I'll just pick that sword over there. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean. But whereas if you want the mace, where you've gotta do a little bit more sidetracking. It's worth it, but if you're focused on going through the game, you have to, like, think in your mind, okay, is the mace going to be, well, you're going to be using the lightsaber, but is the lightsaber worth more than just a normal sword in terms of time? Because you're going to be running past a lot of the enemies, but some of them you have to defeat, so you've got that to think about. So normally we go through there with the order, because then we can go through, but I'll just leave it here and get the thing. There we go, and you've got the mace spike thing, so I think it's called the spike, but I think people might call it the mace. I think that's what it. I think that's how it works. New. Oh yeah, of course I forgot. And let's keep going. She looks like she's blushing sometimes, like, oh, don't look at me, kind of like deal. Like, I'm embarrassed, but no, that's just because she's, doing that backwards motion because she's being pulled. And I'm probably going to have that same problem I had before, where I'm like, oh, I go on it and then Yorda stays up there and I have to go up again and do all that nonsense. I hope that's not the case. Okay, so that's done. So, yeah, then we've done that. So, those two lights, and then, oh, see? Oh, that's how you have to very slowly get on, I think. But then at the very end, very quickly get on, I think. That was probably not a good explanation, but if you, like, kind of slide on, then it works. So, yeah. No enemies, which is nice. Okay, so there's something I'm dying to mention about the sword at the beginning, but I know I need to hold off on that. There's one bright light there. Bright indeed. Mission accomplished, kind of. Well, so yeah, that's what we're gonna go to return, right? So, where did I put my sword? Okay, it's over there. Well, mace, not sword. Silly. No, not another baton. No, Yoda, please don't go up there. Okay. Do we want to go up? Yeah, let's go up. I don't know if there's going to be enemies waiting for us to, like, remember this part of the game, let's do it again. But there's going to be like 50 monsters flying about. I'm like, oh god. That doesn't look like it's that bad. I remember something about those lights at the front there. Like, imagine if you had something like they weren't lit or something like that. But also that also comes a question. You know how, like, Yorda like activates these things, and it makes sense because, like, she's like light and the queen, and she's also related to the queen. But then I imagine the Queen can open them too. Maybe not, that's hard to say. But yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but like the only reason why the Queen isn't just attacking them now, apparently, well, not just apparently, but well, when you think about it, like she's light, so she can't attack them. But then for some reason she can attack them at the door. How does that make sense? But she doesn't attack them anywhere else? A bit odd, isn't it? I do want her to follow along, but I don't actually know what's... I'm actually clicking the button to call her, but it's actually not doing anything. Should I... Okay, I'm gonna leave her climbing, but I'm going to just check if there's actually... if it leads anywhere, or if it's just something you have to pull. It looks like it's just something to pull, so... Okay, that's alright then. So it's just the same thing as the other one. Okay, but since she's going upstairs, if there are enemies to capture her... That... Okay, there's also another difference. Oh, yeah. There was a sword in the other area, but in this one there's nothing. Which is, and, you know, it's one of those things that... Little minor... Oh, okay, well... Let's just keep falling. And then eventually we'll get to her. But yeah, it looks like they still... like, got her despite her still going up the stairs. So that looks like that doesn't actually matter, so if you don't want to waste time, it is better to just leave her there and then save her quickly. Okay. I do feel like I'm breaking the atmosphere of like, oh okay, I'll just let her capture her, I can just save her later. I feel like that kind of what's the right word? Worsens the... well, it's not the story, but the atmosphere, like the how much you're into the game. Like, oh no, that's wrong, so I have to go all the way around again, and I still haven't beat these enemies. I'd rather just run past them. I just don't want to deal with these horrifying things. Oh god, just go away. Oh no, yep, and there we go. Taking some of them out. So I was talking about, yeah. Basically, it ruins the atmosphere of the game if you're thinking, well, I can just save it later. Whereas if you were like really there, you'd be thinking, wow, I don't care how long we take. I'm going to take that extra 6 minutes because I just don't want there to be any slim of a chance. Well, I want as little chance as possible for someone to get hurt. So okay. So that's kind of like a role play thing you're doing when you think about it, because most people don't even, they don't think about like, oh, this is going to ruin my atmosphere if I do this. Well, so what is better, doing tedious things but still being in the same the atmosphere correctly, or doing like the tedious thing and still being into it. The correct thing to do is just for the game to be designed where you don't have to do those tedious things, which unfortunately this game does have. So, escape to freedom. Do we want to go and save? Yes. If you are doing a 2-hour play thing of this game, I would recommend at the very least saving once or twice, and I'd say this is the best place to save the game. When I did my 2-hour thing, I only saved once, and this is the place I saved. And it's kind of like a relief, because even though you are wasting like basic a whole minute, it is worth it because you don't want to play the whole 2 hours again. And I think it took me about 1 hour and 15 minutes to get to there. Yeah. So so we are more than halfway through the game right now. Oh. And escape this bloody castle. It's kind of like there's like one door at the bottom and another door at the top. So she used her power to open the door. Oh. Yeah. I didn't understand that. Something like it was like humans, right? So that would be H. And I think that was a moon or something. Oh, that's convenient. Kind of. Doesn't look very sturdy though, does it? I suppose it can at least it would survive several journeys, but you don't think like I don't know, an elephant on there would probably not start making cracks. Ugh. Especially, but I suppose at least it's a river down there. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad from up here though. Gotta get to that forest. Gotta get to that forest. Oh, and a load of the other guys. So we definitely need Yorda to get to that place there. That's a lot of them. Yorda doesn't look so good. Look. Oh, look at her. Let's hold her hand. Yeah, she's not feeling so good, and the controller is vibrating like a very steady rate. Yeah. So let's in a way you kind of want to rush. But if you rush, she falls over, and you don't want to rush too much. So let's just keep going slowly. Well, slowly and steadily. There we go. Oh. Uh-oh. What's going on up there? Oh, the order collapsed. Oh, that's not good. Oh, come on! I want to jump. Come on, let me. Oh, there we go. Well, no, my mace. Ugh. I didn't want the mace to fall, please. And please don't let her go. Well, she's already really weak though. As one strong girl. Oh. Well, that didn't end well. I think it's very obvious that she said sorry there. But, well, something very similar to that at least. This is the part of the game in which I died several times just trying to get through this part. It's not so good. So you're on these little things, somehow you survived and didn't fall into the water. But this thing, you see how it like moves? So you gotta wait for it to go closer and then jump.